Jai Hind student, welcome to biology class. Now students, today in this lecture we will discuss a very important topic of the chapter biotechnology and its application, and the topic is mechanism of Bt toxin and Bt cotton. Now, as we all know, biotechnology, it has a very vast application in agriculture, that we all know. Okay. So it has a vast application in agriculture, in the production of pest resistant plant, insect resistance plants. Okay. So these all are prepared with the help of biotechnology. Now these plants, they decrease the amount of pesticides also. Okay. They decrease the amount of pesticides and insecticides which are used for the protection of the plant. Now, a Bt toxin, there is a toxin named Bt which is produced by a bacteria, that is Bacillus thuringiensis. Okay, so Bacillus thuringiensis. So the short form is taken from this bacteria only, B for bacillus and thuringiensis. T starts with thuringiensis. So Bt is a short form. So it is named as Bt toxin. Okay. Now Bt toxin gene, it has been cloned from bacteria and it has been expressed in plant to provide the resistance to insects without the need of insecticides. Okay, so such plants, they have reduced the use of insecticides. Okay, so these genes are taken out from the bacteria and then they are cloned and then they are introduced in the plant to produce insect resistant plant. For example, Bt cotton, which provide resistance in cotton plant, Bt corn, rice, tomato, potato, and soybean, etc. These are few plants which are prepared, which are made with the use of biotechnology. So, and they reduce the use of insecticides. Okay, now let's see how this Bt toxin works. Okay, now we all know the strains. There are some strains of Bacillus thuringiensis which produce a protein. Okay, and this protein is termed as Bt toxin. Now this protein, it has the capability to kill certain insects. For example, Lepidopteran, this is one of the group of insects, and in that क्या आता है आपका tobacco birdworm, armyworm. Okay, these all worms come under the category of lepidopterans. Then coleopterans, इसमें आपके beetles आते हैं. Then dipterans, इसमें flies and mosquitoes आते हैं. So this toxin has the capability to kill the insects, all these insects. Now how it works. Okay, so Bacillus thuringiensis, now they form a protein crystals during a particular phase of their growth. While their growth, they form certain crystals, certain protein crystals, and these crystals, they contain a toxic, that is insecticidal protein. It contains a toxic. Now here the question arises, कि why does this toxin not kill the bacillus? It does not kill the bacillus, but it kills the other insects, the group of the insect, that is lepidopterans, coleopterans, dipterans. Okay, but it is ineffective against this bacillus. So what is the reason? Now the reason behind this, that is the Bt toxin protein. This protein exists in inactive form, and it is known as protoxin. Now you can see here. Okay, now this Bt toxin protein, it exists in the inactive form, that is protoxin. Okay, so and it is sprayed on the crops, and once it is eaten by the insects, as you can see, once it is eaten by the insects they ingest the inactive protein, ये inactive protein को ingest करते हैं and thereby converting it into एक्टिव प्रोटीन। जैसे ही ये टॉक्सिन गट में पहुंचता है, सो एज वी ऑल नो गट का जो पीएच है दैट इज एल्कलाइन, सो वो एक्टिवेट हो जाता है, वो किस में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, एक्टिव फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है इनसाइड द इंसेक्ट्स गट। Okay, it is converted into an in an active form due to the alkaline pH of the gut, and then these crystals they solubilize, and the activated toxin, this activated toxin, it binds to the surface of the midgut, the cells of the midgut epithelial cells, and they create pores, that cause cell swelling, that cause swelling of gut of insects. And lysis also, lysis is what, that is the breakdown, and these all activities eventually they cause death of the insects. इसकी वजह से क्या होता है, इंसेक्ट की डेथ हो जाती है। सो दिस हाउ द बीटी टॉक्सिन वर्क्स and it protects the crop from bacteria. Okay, now here you can see, now this is the, I am just zooming it, Bt toxin that is transferred from bacillus into the corn. Okay, so it resistant crop has been made. Now when the insects, okay, they feed on the leaves, European corn borer feed on the corn plants and ingest the protein encoded by the Bt gene. Okay, and what happened? This Bt protein penetrates and collapses the cell lining of the gut and the insects die. So this how it works. Okay, so this is the mechanism of Bt toxin. Now this Bt toxin gene, specific Bt toxin genes, they are isolated from Bacillus thuringiensis, and they are incorporated into the several crops, okay, such as cotton, then corn. Okay, so these are the examples. Now these genes which are isolated, it depends upon the crop and the target pest कि दे आर स्पेसिफिक। ठीक है, हर कोई भी जीन जो है सब पे एक्ट नहीं करेगा, दे आर स्पेसिफिक, दे आर वेरी मच स्पेसिफिक। ओके, so these Bt toxin, they are insect group specific, you can say. Okay, and these toxin is coded by a gene that is cry1AC, and it is named as cry gene, CRY. ये question बहुत पूछा जाता है एग्जाम में, cry genes. Now there are number of cry genes has been isolated. For example, the proteins which are encoded by the gene cry1AC and cry2AB, now they control the cotton bollworms. Okay, they only act on cotton bollworms. ठीक है, bollworms पे सिर्फ ये एक्ट करते हैं। कौन से दो जीन्स, cry1AC एंड cry2AB। ओके, एंड देन लेट्स टॉक अबाउट कॉर्न बोरर, तो उसमें आता है cry1AB। okay, cry1AB, it acts on corn borer. So these are insect group specific. Okay, these toxins are very much specific to insects, and they are isolated and they act on a particular insect only. So this is all about the mechanism of Bt toxin. I hope you all have understood. Now next lecture we will talk about the pest resistant plant. So this is all, student. Thank you everyone.